Welcome, guys. Wednesday, awesome midweek, and we see some turning around in charts. Let's see how that's gonna play out. It's awesome so far. I'm having a feeling that my teas will come out sooner or later, but let's see how we're gonna deal with the lows. So far, I have some things to talk about it. I'm gonna go by and show some things. The obvious one I'm gonna point out a little bit more, just because we did not only like a couple hours ago the market update, so there's no need to go through all of it again over it. If so, let me know. I will, but I'm gonna point out some obvious. So far, long and shorts, we kind of see a turning around. This doesn't mean anything yet till we're gonna meet in middle and then flip, of course, obviously. So far, if we start to flip this and we start to go, or the reader is gonna go long eventually, finally, and we start to go to the downside. The only thing what we need to watch out for it if we're gonna break it. That's the main thing. One thing right now, if that's gonna be the break of the lows, we might see some turning around on it. But let's see in a second. But so far, yeah, we see some turnaround on the long and shorts. Let's see how that's gonna play out. The top traders, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced about this indicator, if this is still correct or this is pulling the right data as well. It feels a little bit odd, but by all means, it's fine if it gives you the right knowledge or influence on it. Whatever. I'm more focused on the long and short readers right now, what they're gonna do, because that's really bit more demanding on the market. Heat map. That's the most important one. What I'm want to point out, and the most obvious one. Like, yeah, we've been on the all-time high. There is something to grab, but is it significant to go through all of that? Not sure yet. It's gonna be more obvious till we're gonna flip the RSI that we fell on 123. If that's gonna be the case, then yeah, we might go higher up, and then we're gonna keep going higher up. I'm not gonna think about any bigger pullbacks. If we're gonna come back on 120 and we're gonna break that, that means the previous low what we settled, then we're gonna swipe through all of this liquidity for sure, because that stays get thicker and thicker. That's the obvious one, right? And we will reach around the 1010-ish area, or maybe dip into the 107. If that's gonna be the case, because remember that the 107, it's below the previous low that we settled. If that's gonna be the case, we will break the structure. Please let it load. Lately, it has some issues, and there it is. So yeah, we have that biggest pocket below us as the low of it, and there was some stacking, or there's still they stacking a little bit more around the 114k. But if we're gonna get there, that's the only case if you're gonna settle a really proper lower high. Sorry, higher low. Sorry, pardon me. If you're gonna settle a higher low, proper one, and proper one is gonna be around 1014. If that happens between the 1014 or 1016, and we start really giga turnaround, that's gonna be hit. No even talk about. Okay, keep that in mind. But coming back into the 110, aiming for 18, and the liquidity over here, then that's the first sign of lights out for Bitcoin. And I'm talking here only about Bitcoin, right? Alt season is a little bit different if we ever gonna get that. Anyhow, for our RSI, we are aiming to get a little bit more of a salt. Let's see how deep dive we're gonna go in that. Last time we get in the position, we got like around the 35-ish area, and we start to reverse on it. So let's see how we're gonna deal with it. We still aiming to go lower for now. Most of the market are starting to retrace. We had some pullbacks a little bit, but that was just a small fake out and liquidity grab so far. Now, next, bits. Lovely bits. We used to have a nice wall below us. That's been broken, of course. We created a new one, and now we are technically aiming or facing to get into it and see if we're gonna get a bounce from around the 120-ish 5. But that says we need to break first the prior low that we settled on lower time frame. So that's the low that we are aiming right now. Coming lower into that, we're getting into the support over here. Let's see if this is gonna hold. This is not much. It's just there. I'm aiming more that this is just more the profit takers that didn't got be filled over here. That's why they want to push the price a little bit lower. If we start to regain the high, then of course we're gonna go and retest this structure over here again and see if we're gonna get into the higher one over here. That's the all-time high exactly to the T, and that's around 600 bits. So not much more above it. I don't see that one already here playing out. I'm not sure if this is the old one or somewhere, but still nothing else above it. So far, clean as it gets. Break one of it, it's ups or downs on. Okay. So obvious as it gets. Wipe it aside. Keep an eye on it. So that's done. One more sip. Let's go. We all know the lovely VIX chart, right? I've been playing around with it, and so far it looks good if we start to hold below the 17. That means we are kind of pushing it right now. We are seriously pushing it. We didn't set a new low. We're still aiming to go higher up, and we most of the times we start to create higher close as well. I don't like that. I mean, I don't like that for the market. I like that for the Bitcoin. Why? Because if we're gonna spike into the 19, we will see a pullback, right? So that means Bitcoin will go and get back into the 110, and then it's a scary thing if we're gonna go higher up even into the 24 era. If that happens, if you're gonna aim for 24, we might see even a bigger retracement for the market. Might be the last leg to the downside before we're gonna have a bigger push. Who knows? But so far, that's how it aims. And why? Because we're freaking doing this, and I don't like that because that says it's a change of the character on the charts already, right? Starting to form a change of character. So that's why I don't like, right? We don't set a new high. We're failing, 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 failing. We all know what that means, right? So let's keep an eye on that one. And breaking 117, then we will see something definitely happening. And of course, the dead trend lines, I don't care about that much about it, but it freaking always plays out. That's the painful about it, right? So I think that's obvious. But yeah, most likely we might see some pullback if we start to aim on the VIX to go higher. That said, the volatility in the market will spike in. Okay, make sure to maybe watch out for it. And then of course, if we want to change this whole thing structure, we need to break 15. Break 15, coming back into the lows. That's all fine. That said, we start to pick up on the base, and Bitcoin aim to go a little bit more higher with the whole market around it, right? There's no need to go even sideways or whatever, but that's what you want to do. You want to hold below the 17, break 15. Vice versa, it's good if you want Bitcoin to have a bigger pullback. That said, market will follow as well. So watch out for it. All right? That's the wrong one. So Dixie, as mentioned as well, got the breakout already last day. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, and I was mentioning on Sunday, watch out if we're gonna start to break this. And of course, we did already. So Dixie aiming to go higher. Now, if you're gonna get into the $100, that said, we might aim to regain the high and then do something like this, and that's gonna be quite be painful because we start to turn around. Let's see if we're gonna pull it back, break it, and then come back into the close. So far, if this is gonna aim to go higher, eventually, you know what that means for Bitcoin. It's gonna pulling back as well. So that's gonna drive a little bit more lower, right? Obvious as it gets. And as well, the whole market, the total tree. What did we do? We set an all-time high, and we couldn't break it above it. All-time high that's been regained already, but we couldn't break it above it body-wise. And we start to get into the lows of it. Let's see if we start to break and coming back again into the mid area. And technically, right now, I would aim a little bit more for this to hold on that mid area over here. If not, then you start to get back into the lows of it. So that could make Bitcoin pulling back, get rid of the whole market, and then start to pick up the piece and go again, right? That's kind of that would be really nice. I would like that. And better, but now like that, build up another swing, right? So let's see how that's gonna play out. Gold, obviously, it did went even higher. It did the 4K already, so happy days about that. How scary it looks, it's freaking annoying, but it's a really scary thing. If that's this start to collapse, then fucking hell. And eventually, we know that as well. I mentioned that gold didn't. We all know that happens every single time Bitcoin break that, have the parabolic moves, right? We come back into the support or previous one. So this could be the low. We're gonna get into it and then continue for the sideways and do it again in a couple years, whatever, right? It never broke its structure, so I don't think it's gonna do it now again. But it looks scary as fuck, and this is just going higher and higher. I would not even be surprised if we're gonna reach the 5K. So let's see. But that's yeah, that's something to look at it, right? Netflix, been mentioning it as well lately. So far, area that I'm waiting for. We settled a new low. We didn't. That's on 4 hour. We settled a new low. We didn't break it on the body, but still, I want to see any reaction from the 123 area, and of course, waiting as well for the earnings. If those two is gonna match each other, if the earnings gonna be negative, short the shit out of it. Easy as it gets. So we mentioned about that lately as well. Let's see if we get there. If we're gonna get there, there is still possibility we might even go higher. Why? Because those fuckers always want to sell all of it at the best price. You know how that goes. If they start to sell, they might even push a little bit more higher into the bigger resistance and see if that's gonna be playing out. So far, that's gonna be the extreme. If you regain that, all be happy and carry on because they could do that. They did it so many times already. So possible to do it. But the next failure might be the bigger failure. Let's see. So far, this is still waiting for it. Not even bothered to taking any longs on it or whatever. So dominance. And as well. And dominance start to pick up as well the pace. So let's see how we're gonna regain the whole structure. If we start to get into the 59 area, and those two levels are still the key for me to watch out for it. And if we're gonna get the rebounds from it, then that's fine. But to break from it, but if not, then we might aim for a little bit more higher. And it's still possible, right? There is still things to do higher up. There is still things to get into it. It's all possible, even this area or even this area. So that all could be happening. Do we want that? Not really. Not really up to us, right? So watch out. If we start to regain this area, that means the 60%. Some start to pick up, and then Bitcoin eventually start to go sideways or a little bit more deadly, then yeah, we all know what that happens, right? The alt's gonna decrease a little bit if it's gonna go with Bitcoin, and if not, then both of them gonna have a little bit dampu. And hopefully that's gonna be the last. Yeah, that's gonna be maybe the last grab of the lows before we're gonna go higher up. Who knows? Let's see. They need to create some panic in the market or think that everything's gonna go down. Some case or scenarios, but whatever. How they want to play it. But so far, this looks like we aim to go higher, and this is the area that I'm super interesting into it now. What kind of reaction we're gonna get? But to regain that, then of course, the rest it's gonna be continuation. So yeah, that's on VIX. And 1 hour. Yeah, we had that market open, flush to the upside, and then seriously like both ways even wicked into it. Was crazy to look at it. So far, let's see if we're gonna run the highs and then fail again. If that's gonna be the failure, then of course we're gonna have the continuation to the downside. We're gonna meet you at the daily open on 1 hour. And I guess we're gonna get that buy signal over here. Could be nice, could be fun. I don't think we're gonna go to the all-time high now. Straight up. If that's gonna be the case, so like I mentioned, if this is gonna be the case, that we're gonna do this, right? Nothing said, and not even thinking about shorting anything so far. But that's not happening yet. Market wise, there is some liquidity above us. Yes, 100x and 50x a little bit as well to grab off the bearish underside retest perfectly even. So watch out for those ones. There is some liquidity even below us. Low volume gap, so we could spike into the point of control. And that's what I've been saying. If you want to have a really aggressive high low, there it is. Keeping all of this below with the small gaps in between. And that's the area that you want to aim for, right? We could turn around possibility, but there is still continuation to the downside if we continue dropping below the minus 60%. Let's see how that's going to be. So far, the bulls are starting to pick up. That might be just to hold the price, not really pushing it, and see what the aftermarket's going to do on the Asia size. And so far, privacy coin's been doing really well with this kind of sideways move and a little bit more dead market positioning after the failure of the all-time high. So yeah, it's they always start to get as close as possible to 60%. That's quite nice. And look at my portfolio. XCR above the fucking 70 line even, and everything is below the neutral line. Perfect, perfect. This is the momentum and the moment as well to look for the positioning on any longs on your portfolio or buy a little bit more. This is it. This is the area to do it, right? Especially on AVAX was even lower than that. Solana can even come a little bit lower. Bitcoin as well. Hype is a little bit more behind as well. So this is nice. This is really nice. I like that. I already did some positioning for longs. Took some profit, add some positions as well. So this is the area that you should work right now, right? On your positioning and as well on the market wise. This is still going to the downside and we still don't see any bigger flip. Still the Dixie gonna skyrocket and go above 60. All gonna stay here and wait for the up movement, right? That makes sense, I guess. So moving on BIDI. Let's go from high time frame. Yeah, I know. A lot of cards. Monthly wise, still not much to say about it. It's still the highest one. Weekly, after the highest close, we still aiming to go a little bit more lower. If we're gonna continue, then and only then, end of the week, you have two things that you need to watch out for. Two things that you need to leave. Or you're gonna close above 115, or of course you're gonna close above 112. This is the area you need to close a weekly above it to stay bullish and still aiming to go higher up. If you start to close anything in this or even below that, then that's done. If you start to do the whole freaking weekly close over here, lights out. To be honest with you, fuck you want to. Anyhow, let's see how that's going to be playing out. But those are the levels that you are aiming on the weekly close right now. Daily one, we had a little bit more rough close on it. Today, or yesterday, I like it. But so far, as you can see, what you're doing is the whole 4-hour structure over here. You are bearish retesting, right? That's obvious. You can up, down, and now you're going this. If you're gonna do that, or you start to regain that. Start to regain, up at this, you're gonna regain the high, you're gonna continue into the 130, maybe even higher up. There's no need to say that we're gonna go down. But that said, we have the reversals already on the oscillators. We face to cool off a little bit. If that's gonna be the case, then this is what you're looking for, right? As low as it gets daily. But of course, we have this freaking super fib as well, or even this or this one. Don't care about which one you're gonna use. All the same shit. So no matter what, both of them are valid. So yeah, that's this. And let's see if it's gonna break that, regain this whole 4-hour structure. If so, then up it is. If we start to fail that, that means if we start to continue and break anything below 121, even already on 12 hours, that's done. Because we had that nice run up, right? Market open, flush, and then see if we regain that. If not, then we're gonna have the continuation to the downside. Then you start to break your daily, which you've been already retesting. And then I'm not sure even in 119 is gonna hold it. Maybe. Or what we're gonna have is again this same shit over it, right? Stepwise to the downside. It could be. Could be we've been doing that quite significant over here, right? Let's see. So far, you need to regain. Technically, what you aim for is the flipped up weekly. Doing that, you are golden. So far, we've been retesting it. The second chance, what we're gonna come close to it, might be the goal. So far, we failed on the whole structure. We are below, almost below the 4-hour low of the structure over here, low of the swing. Sorry, and the next aim is this. Gonna hold something over here. If not, there it is. There is some liquidity on it, but so far, I want to mention the bands. Hello, Lensby. Okay, mate. This is important as well because I've been quite vocal about this shit. If this is the core line, right? Your price is above, you still aim to go higher. You just retest with the lows on the core. But to flip that, so that means that failure of the daily, we are coming below that. Whereas your core, it's above, coming into the core. That means you grab most of the liquidity as and notice all of them. And that's your failure of the next lows. Then the band's gonna stay above you and we're gonna continue to the downside. Right? Simple as it gets. Look over here what happens. Over here what happens. Same here, over here. Right? That's your core line. You need to technically keep it as a trend line, whatever how you call it. But that's as well a nice area to see how the market is reacting, maybe which direction it's gonna go. So if you start to get into the 119 area, then of course you're gonna get into the 20 axis and even lower. And that's still gonna be fine if you even get into the 110-ish area previous weekly. That might be the rebounds of that super fib, right? Yeah, on below previous weekly. It even fits perfectly. That weekly that have been tested. Could be really nice run up. I would like that. And if not, flip this and what I mentioned. But on the right side, go lower. We already start to form the order blocks below us. So that's as well second resistance. It's confirmation that we might even not go straight ahead. But we might reverse if we're gonna come close to it. So be aware of that. And then of course another one is above the weekly. So freaking perfect. Super fib is below. This is above. So coming close into that October or even something like this. Off you go again. Not even front running the whole fib. That's what I will aim. If we're gonna see some aggressive moves again, like twice, something like this, and then again, then we might aim to break this low. That's a little bit more on the bitty. And we are failing now, yeah. Exactly to flipping the flip. And we might aim to go 28 if we're gonna hold that. So yeah, interesting stuff, I guess. Bitty. Anyhow, I don't mind. I'm still covered both ways, so I'm short from exactly 21.25 4-ish. 124. Long is already most out of it, but still can cover. I don't mind. Have a look what the hype doing. Fortunately, we broke both of them, holding on the September, but I'm not really convinced about this. This had a really more aggressive movement, so we could dive a little more lower. Yeah, we broke the thing. Sneaky close on the daily, so we could potentially go a little bit more lower. And still, this is the support I'm aiming for, right? So to hold on that V bottom, what we created over here, that was quite strong. Let's see if we even gonna hold on the 43.7. That could be as well, right? Because that's quite a nice support what we create below us. So that's technically what I'm aiming for. Laddering something in, something over here. If not, then deep dive a little more deeper. August. That's the maximum that I want to go and see it draw on it. That could be nice. Yeah, I don't want to see it coming lower. I mean, technically it could, but then you're gonna break the massive high time frame, and that's not gonna be pretty. And of course, all-time high again, and aim for 65, 70-ish area, right? Yeah, this pocket over here was a lot of liquidity, and look at that. Hype's doing it quite aggressive, trading below or above the line. Takes it a little bit too literally, but it's good. So same thing, could be continuation. We have this already, right? So let's see if we're gonna do another one and then start to form this structure. So yeah, broke that already. Now we didn't even fail previous daily and weekly. Didn't even come close to the weekly even. So holding on the daily, break that, come to the September, August level. Right? Brr. Have a look on brr. Nice, almost 1x movement. Guess it did already a 1x on the hype liquid, gate, but whatever. So nice movement. Pull back on that one. Let's see if we're gonna settle another one. Right, little bit more deeper. This one likes to break the low and then go fucking ballistic from it. Right, look at that. Every single low. So we might deep a little more lower and then try to do another one. See if that's gonna happen again. If not, we're gonna hold on your 0.15. Fine as well. Even better because then you're gonna have a quite nice bounce from that support over here. Hopefully, and let's see if we're gonna get reach 0.32. So I would like to add to the bags again. If not, I'm gonna buy more, even lower up, like it always does. And like I've been saying that, guys, buy every single low, buy something and do 1x almost on it. There it is. It's just for fun, nothing like seriously to trade off. Like if you like meme coins or whatever, this is the goal. What's the aim? Fucking new low. Why? It did 5 times in a row, even more often. So Evex. X. Yeah. Hmm, That's it. That's a move. Okay, yeah. It broke the structure on the daily, quite heavy as well, and we still aim to go higher. So even then, I like, yeah, we broke that structure. That's fine. But doing this, right, holding on this structure over here, that's as well freaking because then you just regain that and you can go straight into your highs, right? I like that. And of course, there is much more below us, but don't care about that so far. I seriously want to hold on $23 on Apex. Holding on that, creating a quite nice support below you. Yeah, that would be a nice run. Technically aiming for it. Well, right now with that close, because that was a rough close, I don't think we're gonna regain that same what we did over here. We might do a run up for the lows and then do it again. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I like that. I like the lows. So I'm gonna buy the shitloads of. I'm still in from fucking 20, or even a little bit some over here, I guess. So yeah, I would like to reload my bag and quite juicy leverage rate on it. Injective. It's a little bit more sideways, if say like that. Yeah, nice sideways move so far. Yeah, it broke structure. Right, we are aiming to go lower. That's all fine. Only I want to hold on the $10. I want to go lower because every single thing below 10 been tested, and then you aim for 7. And yes, obviously it's a cheap as buy, but then I'm not sure if we're gonna survive that. I would like be surprised about it, but yeah, 7, kind of extreme low. Want to hold it above 10. 10, 10 it is. Yeah, so grind this shit out. Right, do it another one, and then there's a lot of liquidity build, a lot of the crap of it, and potentially they still have a lot of things to fire. So far, what do we do? Bearish retest, perfectly, right? Obvious. Need to hold on fail, 11. Hold on that, fine. Regain 11, you go for the 14. Stepwise, work your way up. So yeah, but the bearish retest was quite obvious. Yeah, those 2 levels as well below, above that. If that was a little bit more rough on if, painful to see because we didn't do shit on it. We didn't even reach the previous high. We didn't even close above the body. So there it is. This sell off, that's fucked up. You broke straight into the structure to the downside, and this is gonna move straight, or we're gonna stop over here if you're gonna be lucky. If not, then that's your low. You need to hold on. If so not, you will deep a little bit lower in 3.6 because you broke the structure. You didn't regain the structure, so it's been not broken, but you get into resistance and you got freaking failed from straight ahead. This body close on the daily, holy fuck, that's rough. Straight through this. See, same thing. What here happens? Daily close below the structure, bullish candle, then hang on. Watch it. Watch me. Love it. Yeah. But this is seriously the structure that you really want to hold. This over here, right? Even coming into that mid area, right? 3.6 or whatever, 3.7 or whatever. But yeah, you're gonna set a new low. That's fine. You've been doing that for fucking ages, like every single time. Like this as well. Like broke everything and then you flip it. But this is the area that you want to hold, no matter what. Even you set a new low, don't care. Keep still and definitely I want to see it this season around or above it 5k, definitely. Because if that's gonna be the freaking all-time high for Eve, Jesus, are you fucking serious? All of that work for what? Couple bucks or like couple hundreds? Not even, bro. So yeah, it will. So yeah. Oh, one more. What's this doing? Sorry for all of the amazing lines. Yeah, sideways trading, that's fine. Trading liquidity, of course, we all know what this means. We all love, right? Do it, please do it. Even I would like to do this, another one, and then blast through it. If that's gonna be the case, then we might see some nice price action for it. Let's see how the airdrop's gonna behave. Okay, let me have a look on the chat first. Meme coin do. Chat. What's going on over here? You tripping? What did I say? Bro, did I trigger you with something again? Banana zone, Luigi's bear market. Oh, so no, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not really like straight into the bear market. However, I would freaking love it. Don't get me wrong, right? Going straight into it, but no. So the thing is, what the best scenario for Bitcoin right now, technically for the whole market, would be this. I know it's weird, but exiting low, and fake out, and then a fucking failure, right? In a couple months or whatever. Don't aim for the amount rate, but just like go sideways, let the alts run, whatever, or even better, like that would be even better, doing something like this. And then freaking, right? But yeah, if we want that one more leg, then I would guess maybe that's gonna be the case right now. Failure, and then right. Let's see. But to be honest with you, bear market, bear market stuff's gonna happen when you're gonna start to break 7-7. That's your bear market area, right? Flip that, break that shit, and what's left? But you need to hold on only on this over here, because after that, got everything tested this week. And I mean, this might hold you, but I don't think so. And that's already 40K. So yeah, but you need to break 7-7 for the bear market. So that's why I said, like, you could do this, coming back into it, one more, right? Same thing we did over here, right? Failure, one more, done. Failure, or even deeper, coming back, done, straight, right? That's bear market stuff. Not yet. So far, I really would like to have it like a little bit more in sideways. Like, yeah, do that 20-25K of a range. That's all fine. And then dump the shit out of it. When trio? Holy fuck. Bro, what you mean? Look at that chart. Trio fuckers. It's going good. Don't look at the portfolio, but look at this. going quite alright, I guess. I mean, joke aside, like, yeah, I mean, I'm as well quite heavy on it. Like, obviously, like, my first position of that fucking buy was somewhere over here, and I brought it down like 80%. Shit, I don't want to even look at the back. Yeah, so quite heavy on it, but I don't care. So far, what I want to mention, you guys, I do not care about it. Still, it's gonna do one thing and one thing only. Oh, what? Gonna do? Can I switch this off? I want to see this. Where? Here. That's the only way when you're gonna see that the trio's gonna do something. Why? It doesn't play quite nicely often, but there it is. After that first move, right? All of that till here. Look at that. Cash flow positive. And what did we do? Cash flow negative. What did we do? One more. Blast to the sky. Grab the liquidity and lights out. So if that's going to happen, when the cash flow is going to come to your neutral line or whatever, how you want to call it, over here, right? And you start to see it flipping, then that's your sign. So guys, don't bother to DM Will about it or whatever. This is your sign. And why I'm thinking that? Quite this. Because it's not only that it gives you negative cash outflow. Yeah, they've been getting it out or in some kind of phase or whatever. But the reversals on those ones means as well that they push it in. Like the thing is like they hold it, right? There is coming in. There is cash flow coming in, any kind of flow on that chain or whatever, right? So there is some movement on it for holding the price as it is. And to be honest with you, it does the one fucking X already in the moves, right? So yeah, they quite heavily pushing the price. But it's not that they switch the switch on and they're gonna ballistic on it. No. So this is the area to look out for. That's gonna happen over here. Even the high frequency bot, right? They switch them on, do some structure, then break it. It's fine. They can continue doing this forever. They want to. They have the funds for. It's all fine. They can fucking do it. Eventually, one day, you might see those things. And this is not only full, but I have more of them. So I guess I think I have something like this. Don't remember. I will need to check my exchange. This and a couple over here somewhere. Definitely front run all time high again. Yeah, I don't remember. I will need to check. But the case is, if you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna catch it, right? You remember what this did, right? This was quite quick, quite efficient, and it went straight up and then reverse on you. So setting those lines, check the structure on it as well. Like even if you want, I can go with right now as well about it. So this is gonna be a fucking trio stream again. This flip, for example, right, is change that. This flip, right? It's quite nice to have it. This regain of this. Do one more over here. All time high and some of them over here. Set alert on it. Set alert. 3 OTP, whatever. Put this as well into your exchange. Forget about it. That's only the way how you're gonna catch that. There's no way you're gonna be fucking awake for it or whatever. And it's going quick, believe me. It's gonna fucking go straight up without even creating any structure. So yeah, if you want to catch any profit from your bags or get out of the bags, this is the way how you do it. Or even put a little bit more in if you're like really scared, whatever, right? Then one of them definitely will be hit, right? Something like this. And those are your TPs. Done. Set it up as, I don't know, like 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, blah, blah. And that's what you go, that it is, right? Simple as that. Because if not, then you're not going to catch it. I will need to check mine where I did set it up on exchange. If it's still on exchange. So yeah. That's the way. And yeah, still they kind of keep it alive. Wait for it. Not much to say about it. Buy it and forget it. right? Anything else? Not my favorite game. That didn't exist, Adrian tripping. Where is it from? Where's it gift from? DRRB. Good one. Good to you. Fuck, man. If Trio's gonna hit. Okay, guys, so one thing. If Trio hits $30, you're not gonna see me ever again. It's gonna be Bob. That's gonna be a silent exit for me. See ya, guys. Oh, bro. Holy fuck. That's gonna be something. BNB. What do you mean? Let's be. Imagine we start to decay in, and the same happens. Or what? Oh. Yeah. BNB. What can I say? It does the same thing every single time what it does in the cycle. Nothing special about it. Yeah, this was expected, right? Like if someone didn't expect this, then they have no clue what BNB stands for and why they do this. Every single thing what happened, it happens for a reason, right? So right now, no matter how high this gonna go, it will come back into your freaking previous support. And you're not gonna break that. You're gonna hold that for what? For this again, and then see you in a couple of years. I guess this is obvious. There is nothing. I mean, okay, fundamental deep on BNB. Yeah, there is much more into it, but this is just how you call it? This is fake price action, right? It's not real. Like this is nothing that they seriously trade from or keep it as trade. This is just for BNB chain, whatever. This keeps the whole fucking Binance all together combined, right? And where would you say that support is for BNB? Yes, for sure. This when you come back to test your RSI, and if you want to hold the lows, and this is the low what you want to hold. Why? Losing this is not gonna hold you. This is not gonna hold you. You're going back into this structure. And why this is not gonna hold you? Because all of those wicks been tested previous structure already. So there is nothing to hold. That's why. 600 basically, minus 700. The fuck you on, Lensby? No, we're not gonna get. I mean, maybe, right? We used to have this price action as well on BNB, but not in the previous cycle. I mean, yeah, those specs minus 50. So let's say we're gonna do the 50. Oh, even front run it. Say 50. Point on. If we start to reap, right? But yeah, this is just farming the whole structure again for the bigger range on a much more expensive price. That's all. Nothing on BNB. This doesn't do nothing. Like this is for me. This is all fucking fake. I never traded. Like yeah, I will buy it back. Like we're gonna settle a support coming back into it. But it's gonna be quite expensive, of course, because it's the same thing what we did over here. Not everyone was expecting it to coming back into the $50 or whatever. We never reached that area. We never come back lower than 180. And did it again, 368. Cool. Okay. If you want to have like to be more accurate with it, then there it is. Oh, look at that, how it lines up. Bang on. without even pulling it. This is your whole structure that you will hold eventually. Stream is gone for you? Wait, what? Hmm. Lensby, don't fucking around with me. I'm sensitive. Say that. Yeah, hanging. Not working here either. Try to reset your Discord. Like, yeah, close it completely from your Windows and then try to. So far on my side, it's all working. Everything's fine. I don't know. Didn't do anything else. Guys, I put the BNB chat on. That's might be the whole deal about it. But yeah, this is BNB and it's still up only. We didn't even reach for the previous support what we settled on the way up. So yeah, this is still going higher till we start to break. And the first higher time frame break is this 114. Right, then you're coming back into the support. We're gonna hold on that a little bit more, deep dive maybe, and then that's all. There's nothing to say about that. And look at that, we've been holding the freaking line for like ages already, from beginning of this area here. Great stuff on it. But yeah, if you look for the new low on it, then that's gonna be somewhere over in this pocket. A hold on this support. You're not gonna get lower than 330 at all. You're not gonna see that, guys, ever again on on BNB. Or there need to be really something shitty happening, switching over to that Aster or whatever Aster, right? If that's gonna be their main chain later on, but I don't think so. So far, this is parabolic going higher. Mm, think as well. Bitcoin is a little bit more struggling. That's gonna be nice buy if we're gonna reach 0.4. Ooh, gonna be cheap ass. That daily broke the structure. We go lower, definitely. If we start to fail right now, this is your daily swing that you are aiming for right now. So there's not much that's gonna go hold. If we start to fail that, welcome to such. It's gonna be scary. If you're gonna get into this is this is all tested. Okay, let's not break that then. I get into the 133. I could see that. I could see. But let's see if we're gonna hold on it. So far, 0.55 is your buy. If you start to fail that. Right now, we are kind of aiming to go straight up. Or bearish rate of 75. If that's gonna happen, because break of that structure, most of the times after we had that break, right, we went for the high. But we still could aim for 0.70. Dip that. Still up. Yeah, I guess half of it left because the stream didn't work. Anything else? People wanna look at? That's gonna be funny if we're gonna get into this, right? 126 exactly. We're gonna have a double top. We're gonna fail from that. That will be painful. That will be painful, I guess, right? What we doing? Nice. Buyback, hold, catch the shorts. Nice. Push of it. Yep. There you go. Shorts get in. Related. Bang on. Bang on. Quite interesting. Like to watch the footprint sometimes. I did look at it. No, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't look at it. Yeah, so obvious we had the perfect bearish retest below. After you lost this, you set a new low, right? Broke this. Bearish retest, failing. If we're not gonna regain right now even 232 on it, so if you're not gonna regain 232 on the daily, you're not gonna close above it, you might see coming into it, test, then try to get into 212 or back into the support. That's still possible. That's gonna be oh, that's a weekly failure even right now over here. That's cool. Weekly failure. You're gonna get back into the October. I would like to hold on that. If not, then still coming back into the September, possibly as a new low and lowest low what you're gonna settle. But regaining the February, that means regaining the 232, should get into the resistance and then start to do something like this. Right? I would rather like this, going back, holding it, and then that, right? That's kind of part of what kind of most like to do. Because that's still the resistance you need to regain from this failure, and that's the resistance from this whole freaking movement to the downside that we've been touched by or licked into it and got dashed back. Now you start to get into that resistance. That means you start to fighting it, and then you start regaining the high. Maybe one more pullback. So far, you're gonna hold your October and Q4. All good. Up only. Getting into the September or failing yearly right now, then that's will go. I don't think someone's gonna do it. Solana is quite perfectly doing this whole thing. No matter how low you go, right? So if you keep in this movement, then it's fine. Just buy every single new on it. Right? Make it sense? Make sense? 51 hour close? Wow. Wow. Failed. Right. Arrow 2012? And mine is fucking work. Mine is fucking working. Oh my fucking rewatch the recording. Yeah, 1 hour nice close, definitely. But you're still aiming for the fucking this structure over here. to be regained. So the weekly and previous daily. So yeah. And like me saying, if you start to grind this, right, what you're gonna get. Okay, good for something. Once. Yeah, podcast. Then you have a podcast, guys. Get used to it. Max is doing podcast, so I'm gonna do as well. Use your imagination. Imagine doing the TA on the podcast. So everyone need to use his imagination. Like, what is he talking about? Which numbers? Where are we? What's the structure looking like? Jesus, that's painful, I guess. Brain. But yeah, nice close in the 1 hour. All fine. If that's gonna be the continuation, you want to hold on 122. Right, coming back. Then got to do this off. Let's see. Nice cash flow in. Got a pull back on it. So yeah, could be really nice. Run on the lows, highs of it. See if we can regain 124 or even better. See if you're not gonna have the bearish retest of it. So yeah, sounds good. Sounds nice. Sounds decent so far. Getting into the pocket. Yeah, a lot of things to do yet for it, especially on 1 hour. And one thing's worrying me, like 4 hour comes again over here. We might see another push of my break. Try to see this. That's the only thing. But so far, up it is. Right? AVEX. Oh, yep. That's on 1 hour, are you? Oh, yeah, but you are on 7, right? I remember. Oh, oh, we didn't. What are you talking about? Now. Now it went down. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, same thing, even on AVEX. Let's see if we start to regain 29. That's the aim right now. Did it update? Yeah, I'm not patient today. But yeah, cool. Nice. So my back is running as well. Gonna do this. Going back. Yeah. Perfetto. Perfetto. That was a nice short, by the way. Hype as well. Nice regain. Start to form something nice. Oh, you might turn around. Awesome. Awesome. That's not too bad. Okay. You mentioned that? Yeah, I guess you mentioned. I forgot to look at it. I want to say something about it, but then, yeah, you see, what about the upward? What about it? Doing great. What you want? You see how perfectly it holds over here? And then we teleport over here. And then we went sideways for like months. And now we're going to do this. Do another sideways. We're going to do this. Perfect. What you want? Leave me alone. Mm. Let's see. A few. Oh, look at that. Surprise, surprise. Privacy coins. Triple top. Fucking hell. That's gonna explode. And that's still from this whole freaking low. But I've been fucking yapping about that shit. Fucking hell. Two. Nice. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, it's too good to look at it. Exactly, we're not worth it to look at it. Yes, that's the thing, right? Nice push. But yeah, that's why I said like look for it if you're gonna reach into the this small resistance, and it is technically right. There is quite heavy resistance on it. So see how we're gonna react from it. Especially 126 area. 120 exactly. It is 126 1. 26 1. Exactly on the all-time high. 650 bits. Yeah. Hang on. I reached that. Double top bottom. Double top. And then let's see. Huh? Avex. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Check if my yeah, buddy. Good God. Fuck yeah. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Um. Oh yeah. I was like, why is it so weird? I switched it off. So yeah, I guess that's a little bit all. Oh, is still anyone doing this? It's a little oopsie. Hmm. What do you mean? What do you mean? Perfect flip. Still someone talking about this, by the way? It, it one didn't even. Let's see if the next one's gonna be. See if this gonna be wrong. Yeah. To be honest with you, it's gonna be stronger if you're gonna close the 4 hour above the weekly over here. Quite strong. Stronger about this, but let's see if we're gonna get the 4 hour above the week. Then yeah. Yeah, this is good. Even then, right now, what you're aiming for on the side retest, right? So coming higher, still fine. Okay? That's your resistance. Higher up, 700 fucking Bitcoin laying there. See, gonna do this. Yeah, nice. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, it's gonna be fun if this whole thing reverse. Oopsie. But there's not much hacker alerts. There is not much happening. And to be honest with you, there's even more. 126 1, 200, and the 1 200 got pulled. I guess that's what which of it. Not much. There is stepping in some of it. 300, 200, and 250, 300. Oh, they're building out. Let's see. Below, coming in, hot. Hot, hot, hot. That's quite nice fight. Let's go to Eagles frame. Actually, this one second. Come on. Where are you? Loaded. Oh. Ooh. Hit, hit, hit. Fuck. Game that we cannot have. I don't have 10 friends. Not invite 10 friends for long. Yeah, I saw your position. Quite nice. Literally the bottom. Nice, nice. And valid one as well. So there it is. To learn something, I guess. Pressing around the bottoms. Yeah, exactly. Could learn something. Yeah. Did it sound like I'm surprised? uh, it did, yes. Oh, sorry. Didn't want to. uh, yeah, fun time. Fun, fun. Look at that, us moving. Was something today? Oh, the film. Oh, fuck's sake. Happy I didn't listen to that shit. So yeah, anyhow, if this is it, then did Paul speak? I don't know. I don't know if he spoke or not. I seriously couldn't care less about it. If so, then I guess it was about him resigning next year. Putting together the letter with ChatGPT. Dear Mr. Trump, isn't it date I sign from best own position? Fortunately, found something better and challenging in my life. I don't know. Yeah, gonna be all. As if about you all know. Happy days. Oh, stream is back. Okay, so I can end it now. Ah, gotcha. I didn't do nothing, so I don't know what's happening with the stream. Yeah, that looks nice. I saw they pushed it, but I didn't look at it yet. Didn't have time today at all. Hey, it looks good. Looks juicy. Looks nice. They do something, right? Unkatoshi. Yeah, unfortunately, they are a little bit more slow on the updates on it, but UI based, right? But yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's true. I know. I didn't hear about it. Yeah, maybe I need to mention it again to him. Ask him about it or beg about it or whatever. Like break his brain. Yeah, I will. I will try to talk to him today. Maybe. Yeah, I like to be pain in the ass, so hope maybe it's gonna work. As well, build up low. Coming in hot. All right. Oh, look at that. Nice. Above the weekly. We still have 2.5 hours. Happy days. Are we gonna keep it? Hopefully. Hopefully. Right. Right. So, by all means, have a good evening, guys. Maybe I'm gonna see you later on. Need to do some phone calls first. But oh, how nice it's gonna be like if they're gonna run it up and then bye bye. Nah, they are not that mean, right? That's the but that's Taba. Taba? Yeah, could be. Wait, what is it? Exactly my entry? No, I was a little more. All right. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy. You head cool. Close it. If you need anything, you know where to find us. Love you all and see you next time on Sunday. Bye, guys. Love you all.